for the first round. Then rounds 2 and 3, if needed, are all going to be right here on 4. So if you're watching on a computer, you can split screen this action. And then obviously, if you are watching on a TV or iPhone or anything like that, then you have to do a 2 separate screen experience. If you want to see both those, fire right away here at 57 kilos in the blue, Jax Forrest in the red, Luke Lillidahl, one of the best high school rivalries going on right now currently in high school wrestling. They've split 2 and 2. Lillidahl got the last one at the Ironman in a 1-point match. Lillidahl did have the advantage today of being able to sit to the best of 3 series. This is his first match of the day. Meanwhile, Forrest has gone through a couple battles to make it here. Although I will say he did get a quick injury default over Anthony Knox in the semifinals, or excuse me, finals of the challenge tournament.
Are you using this?
And Forrest gonna get hit for passivity first. Official warning for interlocking fingers. Now we're jumping the gun just a little bit. Lillidahl earned the right to sit out to the best of 3 finals because he won the U.S. Open a month ago in April. Now we're in seatbelt position. Forrest with the Wizard. 2 going to the edge. This will be grounded, no points. Passivity offered and confirmed on Lillidahl. Just his first, so now each guy with the passivity warning. Next one, either way, will start a shot clock. Forrest with the big mask going on. He banged up his nose and face pretty good apparently earlier this week. If you see him without the mask, he's got a nice shiner under that right eye. The old black eye. And now Lillidahl gonna go on the shot clock. Good stutter step fake from Lillidahl. I'd like to see him put a couple of those together. Set up a shot. There's a double leg from the outside. Forrest feeds him one hip, cuts him back and picks up the takedown trap arm. No, Lillidahl able to get that arm free. Still a nice takedown by Forrest, and the shot clock continuing to tick up. The score's gonna be 3-0. Nice shuck by Forrest. Almost had Lillidahl's ankle, but he was able to kick out. 15 seconds. One of these guys try to commit to an attack here late. Lillidahl with the ankle pick. Now brings it up, and he's looking for one. He's going to get it. One blue offered. Got to think one red's going to be confirmed. Yes, it is.
Foot was on the line.
And Bishop McCourt corner looks like they're going to challenge, and yes, they will. They had a better angle at it than me. That looked like a little step out to me, but didn't have the best angle at it, so officials are going to take a look.
We went one red on the out of bounds, step out on the far side of that.
That's a reverse order.
I hit hard. I don't think
No, the R does not working.
Oh, okay, that's why.
What did you have?
I got one red.
Quite a crowd around this mat currently. Bishop McCourt, Wyoming Seminary, representing here today in Geneva, Ohio Forrest out of Bishop McCord, Little out of Wyoming Seminary.
Before that, is that out of bounds for red? That's what they're saying.
No,
I think it was
that's
on
not.
red.
That's
think he's on
not
the line.
half of red's chest. One red, not half of red's chest. One red, one red.
So one red is confirmed. Another point for the loss of challenge. And Forrest will now lose his brick. Does it for period number 1. Jax Forrest up 3-2.
I think it's right. I think it's right. Just looking at that right foot. Some shit I was on right there.
Nice snap to pick for Luke Lodahl, perfectly timed. Chopped the arms of Forrest down right into the low-level shot. Now he's jumping up to a gut wrench. Forrest a little tricky from the bottom position. You saw him hooking the arm of Lodahl. Lodahl didn't want any part of that. Hard hand fight from both guys. Lodahl having to continue to adjust that mask every so often. Excuse me, Forrest having to adjust that mask. And there the mask comes flying off.
Let's go. Get it on.
Yeah, 90 seconds to go. Lodahl trying to come down to the leg from the seatbelt position, but Forrest squares up. And now, as Forrest was trying to throw it by, Lodahl gets to the quad pod position. And out of bounds, just 1 point, 2 offered, only 1 confirmed. Lodahl says his elbow touch, but doesn't want to throw the brick. Go behind, Lodahl re-attack Forrest. Nice single by Lodahl. Forrest draping over top. That's going to be 4 for Lodahl. Even though I think it was Forrest who actually really jumped over and initiated that, but exposed himself. Feet to back. 1 point on the reversal. White paddle, 1 point confirmed. So Forrest with a little bit of hope here with 19 seconds to go. It's going to take a Hail Mary here as time winds down. Luke Little takes match 1 from Jax Forrest. Round 2 is we're gonna run right into round 2 here on map 4. First session is split between mats.
All right, we are in the best 2 out of 3. Trying to get the scoreboard up for you guys. Also the scoreboard. Marcus Blaze in the red, Ben Davino in the blue. They didn't wrestle in the Challenge Tournament Finals. Cale Hughes did not make weight, so he was sitting in the finals previously thanks to his U.S. Open win. So he could not wrestle for the spot. These guys won their semifinal matches.
Pass the blue.
Yep.
Semifinal bouts, and now they are wrestling for the World Team spot. No scores after a minute, but that one gets a single point for Davino. And Davino, future Buckeye, gets on the board first. Marcus Blaze. Destination unknown. But he has narrowed it down. You can check out the last interview with him at the U.S. Open about his final tools. Blaze is going to get a passivity warning. Just the warning, not on the clock yet. Oh, no. Now he's on the clock. So Davino can pick up another point. I guess the 30-second clock expires. And he does with 8 seconds to spare. Marcus Blaze gets a step-out point, so score knotted up 1-1. 40 seconds remain in the first period. Other finals bouts going on mat 4. This is all round 1. Round 2 and 3 are going to be on mat 4. I'll slide over there after this mat's done. Join Big Main J.D. Raider. So no takedowns, 1 step out apiece. As we go to the break, still 1-1. Second period underway, still 1-1. Speaking of Blaze's future collegiate home, his older brother Joey is at Purdue. He's mentioned some of the other usual suspects on there. But once again, you can check that out on FloWrestling.org. Davino had a leg, but Blaze wrestled out of it, so back to neutral, collar ties. Re-attack from Blaze, doesn't land. There's a quick strike, low ankle pick, looking for 2, and there it is for Blaze. Got the Perrysburg High School coaches and the Perrysburg crew here, not too far away from where we are in Geneva. There's a gut wrench. That'll take Davino over for 2, and in the ensuing scramble, they get back to their feet. No points for escapes. So takedown and turn in the second period. And now hands to the face for Blaze. He needs a minute. Trainer's going to come out. Usually not much they can do about it. Davino in the Ohio RTC singlet. Got his future Ohio State coaches in the corner. Well, not in the corner, on the sideline. Jay Jaggers watching his soon-to-be official pupil. And now Davino looking at a 4-point deficit. 2 2-point scores will give him the lead via criteria. Getting close to the final minute. Blaze admonished to stay in contact. Davino takes a shot. It doesn't land. He's running out of time to mount this comeback. Charges the head as a issue got poked in the eye. And Davino's going to do a lot of blinking. Get back to the center. Clock ticking away. Can he get through Blaze's defenses? Blaze can take a caution in 1. If it's not called stalling, but if he's too passive or does negative wrestling. Fends off another attack. Davino coming ahead. Can't get through those head hands though. And already Blaze gets hit. So with 23 seconds left, 4-point move would give Davino the win. And now Blaze has to be a little bit more careful. He does jump backwards from that, circles back to the center. 12 seconds. Davino furiously attacking. He's in on a single leg. What can he do with it? Blaze looks at the clock. He slips his leg out, and Davino is not going to be able to come back. There's the win. All the offense was from Blaze after the first period. Marcus Blaze takes match 1 from Ben Davino.
Back-to-back Bishop McCourt here on mat 4. This time it's Bo Bassett at 65 kilograms. He's taking on Aiden Valencia in the blue. Bassett trying to make it 3 straight wins over Aiden Valencia. Beat him at the US Open and the Last Chance Olympic Trials qualifier in April. Heavy snap from Valencia. Valencia looking to go behind, trying to drag that arm, comes up to the 2-on-1. Now Bassett squares up.
Yes!
Nice duck from Valencia, but Bassett fends it off, and
We got past
Valencia gonna get hit for passivity. See the activity from both of these guys in their hand fight.
Hold on, wait.
That's what Bo Bassett is known for. He's tagged at machine gun mindset, but He's always pressuring forward, hand fighting, even if he's not shooting, hands are active. And that's Valencia's second passivity, so he'll go on the clock. Now Valencia shouldn't force something here just because he's on the clock. Good heavy snap, Bassett. Better to give up one shot clock point than a takedown.
One red.
And there is the shot clock point, the first points of the bout with a minute to go in the first.
Watch some clubs.
Now passivity on Bassett. Valencia doing a really good job of staying in good positions so far here in period number one. And that's partially why, although Bassett's been in his face and taking ground, has not been able to open him up enough to take a committed attack yet. I think we only saw one or two shots there in that first period, and they were both from Valencia.
Watch those clubs on blue.
Now I expect that to change. But although Bassett's in the lead right now, Valencia will take that first period.
Still on break. He was still on break.
Right side callers, ear to ear for both these guys. There's a shot from Bassett. Re-attack Valencia. He's trying to cut across the front to finish. Comes around the back. Traditional. Nice shot there from Aiden Valencia. And that's why we probably hadn't seen a whole lot of shots yet this match. Bassett's shot was immediately countered. Gave up the first takedown because of it. Here's another shot from Valencia looking to drag go behind. Hard clubs from Valencia. Scramble, re-attack Valencia trying to go hips over, put Bassett in danger. Bassett trying to get up and get big and expose Valencia. Not going to be able to get exposure, but will get the takedown. Bassett back in the lead. Valencia's still trying to wrestle in, and I'm not exactly sure why. Should probably base out, get back to his feet. Now that's what he does. 2:45 to go. Valencia hasn't been able to score off his own attack yet. Just the counter. He's gonna have to open Bassett up. He's gonna have to take some risk here. Now he's starting to go. Bassett doing a good job of staying engaged.
5, 4, 3.
2-1 savvy win from Bo Bassett in match 1. Savvy, gutsy performance.
Officials get in the right place. We are ready to go. PJ Duke in the red, Cannon Webster in the blue. Webster had a great red shirt campaign for Illinois. Very close to getting that red shirt pulled. Wrestled in some dual meets thanks to that rule that allows true freshmen to wrestle up to 5 varsity competitions. Keep that red shirt, or 5 varsity dates. I think you could wrestle more than 1 match if it's a tournament. Duke from New York is committed to Penn State. Webster, originally from Illinois, is going to stay home for college. And now a little short drag comes all the way around, and Duke gets the first points. So Duke on the board. 2-0. Here in the World Team Trials, best 2 out of 3 finals. This is the main event for this event here in Geneva, Ohio. Duke reaching in. Now he's got a 2-on-1, inside trip. Collects the leg, front foot sweep. And he's gonna get 2 more. Impressive work from neutral. Two takedowns to none in Duke's favor at the moment, halfway through the first period. Collar ties. Webster goes in for a shot, doesn't land. Action white paddled back to the center. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Webster hasn't been able to crack the defenses of Duke yet. Webster circling. Collar ties, ear to ear, center of the mat. That looked like a passivity warning. Short time left in the first period. Forehead to forehead. Webster, though he's down 4-0, has been able to match the pace of Duke. Duke's been more aggressive and has had more success on his shots. Brian Medlin in the corner. Coach of the Illinois RTC. Where all the Fighting Illini train for folk style and Greco. Coach KD in the corner for Duke. He's KD trained, and also NCAA champ Mike Macchiavello. Coaches with Coach KD. right, second period underway. Pace resumes as it was before. Both these guys going high energy. Now Webster gets a hold of a knee, but Duke quick to square up. Final 2 minutes now on the clock. And there is the passivity warning on Webster. He's going to go on the clock. But being down 4-0 doesn't really need more incentive to score. There's a shot from Webster. Duke right on top of him, though, immediately pushing back into him. Duke maintaining contact, too. In fact, he's taking ground from Webster. There's the 5th point for Duke. And now Webster in a 5-point hole. 1 minute 15 to go in this match. Webster in deep. Comes out behind for 2. There's life yet. He's down by 3 now. Can he get anything going on top? Locks around the chest, but can't get a turn. Now we see how much that pace has affected either wrestler. You have to fight through your body right now. It's telling you to rest when you need to start sprinting. 45 seconds. Really solid hand fighting from both wrestlers. Duke was keeping Webster completely at bay until Webster found that opening. 30 seconds. Can he find another opening? Duke circling. Webster shoots. Duke sprawls. 12 seconds. Webster desperately searching for a way to get through to Duke, and now we have a warning on Duke, but with just 5 seconds left. He's going to be able to hold on to this lead as the final seconds tick away. Webster unable to complete a comeback. It's PJ Duke takes round 1.
74 kilograms. D. Lockett of the Cowboy Wrestling Club in the orange and white singlet. Bo Mantanona of Michigan in the Cliff Keen Wrestling Club in the blue. This one should be fun. Both wrestlers extremely entertaining, especially Bo Mantanona. Very long, can be kind of unconventional. And they're just snagging that ankle. But Lockett able to kick out now. He's to the leg. Mantanona trying to go limp knee defense. So Lockett gonna elevate, take it to the edge, and earn the step out. Great sequence from both guys there. Lockett, if you follow high school wrestling, has definitely been on your radar for years, but if you're more of a casual wrestling fan, he might have just gotten on your radar by beating Myers Shapiro at the Olympic trials this year, and then he's been on a lot of people's brains with the addition of David Taylor to the Oklahoma State staff. Lockett had committed to Oklahoma State previously while John Smith was still head coach, and he said, hey, I couldn't be more excited to have David Taylor as my head coach. So he's all in still on the Cowboys. Mantanona Looks for a drag single. Lockett squares up.
Now we're good. Now we're good. Blue, Carter. Blue.
Just over a minute
Blue,
remaining.
Carter. Carter.
And Mantanona takes a shot to the eye, and then Lockett blasts off a double.
He blew the whistle. Blew the whistle. Out of bounds.
Two
Red.
and
That's it.
just two. Whistle was blown before the lace, so just the takedown. And Mantanona got stung in the eye, and I think he thought the match was going to be stopped. He stopped wrestling for a bit. And Lockett saw and took advantage of the opportunity. Single leg attempt from Mantanona. Reattack, reattack, reattack. No points as we now hit the 25-second mark in period number 1. That does it for period number 1. Good period for the Cowboy. D-Lockett up 3-0. Lockett in a Dayton Fix singlet. David Taylor is in the building, as is Jimmy Kennedy, but cannot be in Lockett's corner just yet as he is still in high school. Good wrist control here from Lockett. Wrist and inside. Post high C. Puts his head in the inside of the knee and finishes nicely. Phenomenal stuff there from Lockett. He's going to look for a lace. Is that another 2? It's offered. It is not confirmed, white paddle, but Lockett's got a lace. There it is, there's another 2. Lockett really opening this match up, 7-0 now. Two minutes to go. Lockett from the outside. Lockett switching off to double. Now gonna switch off to head outside. Mantanona trying to cut the corner. Lockett doing a good job of keeping hip down. Earns the stalemate. Mantanona to the legs, but Lockett fends it off. Duck! Oh. Quad pod position. Mantanona trying to hop over. 2 offered and confirmed as they go out of bounds. 9-0. I could not be more impressed with D. Lockett right now. Mantanona stalking forward.
One red.
And Lockett olays on him. And that'll be the icing on the cake. No, 10-1. Forgot about the 1 point for Mantanona. Mantanona looking for 4, but Lockett wisely just gives out the step out. Thought maybe he was going to try and stay in there at the detriment of giving up a 4. Single leg Mantanona. Sprawl from Lockett now. Mantanona popping Lockett up, looking for 4, and only going to get 1.
One blue.
Yep, just 1 confirmed. And Lockett letting Mantanona come back into this a little bit, but it's going to be a little too much, a little too late here with just 20 seconds to go. Nice shuck by. And a gut wrench, no, out of bounds. Just a takedown for Lockett. Lockett maybe going to give up 1 last takedown. No, he'll hold in quad pod. So 12-3 going to be the final. D. Lockett takes match 1.
Dale, your referee.
And now up to 79 kilos. That's Zach Ryder in the red. Another Penn State commit. Taking on Gabe Arnold, who just completed a redshirt season for Iowa. Seatbelt whizzer position. Ryder pushing in. He's around the lats of Arnold. Now he reaches in on a single leg. Picks that leg up, and he's either going to get 4. 1 confirmed, no, but now 4, says the chairman. 4 it is, so Ryder scooping that heel. Plants Arnold on his back towards the edge of the mat, and a big 4-point move for M2 trained Zach Ryder. Ryan Morningstar, assistant coach for the Hawkeyes, in the corner for Gabe. Forehead to forehead. Snap from Ryder. Warning about fingers. Ryder from New York, Gabe Arnold, I believe Georgia, officially his home state. Wrestled a lot in Tennessee as a high schooler. Went to Iowa City as a senior. And now is in Iowa City full-time. Arnold taking a little bit more ground, although he does get passivity warning. That's his first. 50 seconds left in the first period. Ryder knee slide. Ear to ear, center of the mat. Posting on an elbow, Arnold explodes. Ryder just barely maintains position. Ryder says Arnold got a fistful of singlet there. No call, though. 20 seconds left in the first period. Big explosion, quick flurry, no points. Ryder thumb blocking. And the final seconds will tick away. Aggressive first period from both wrestlers. Ryder, though, in on that leg, and then in a bit of a scramble, seatbelt whizzer, and then collected a leg, stayed down on it. Arnold gave him an opening. He picked that heel right up off the ground, planted Arnold on his back, edge of the mat. That's how the 4 points scored. And now we have to pretend that wiping down the sweat makes any difference whatsoever. But it's in the rule book. Arnold is now just as sweaty as he was before, so I guess you just keep doing it because we've always done it. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And counting down. And there's 4, little whip over. 4 confirmed, 4-4. So Ryder not happy with himself. Is that a wrist snap? Ryder definitely rolled over his back. And getting a little revenge, just picking Arnold up, driving him out of bounds, regaining the lead not long after that. I didn't even see how Arnold got that 4. That's how fast and explosive these guys are. But then Ryder is digging underhooks. Now Arnold senses an opening. Couldn't get the step out that time. Still tightrope walking. And now Ryder back to relative safety. I'm going to restart in the center. Could have let him keep going. 2 minutes remaining. Big snap from Arnold. He just needs 1 point. Can Ryder keep Arnold at bay? 1 minute, 40 seconds is what he has to hold out for. Can he get some offense to get some insurance points? Arnold explodes, changes the level, drops to a knee. Ryder defends. Another wrist snap from Arnold. Back to collar ties, forehead to forehead. Arnold looks at the clock. 1 minute, 15 to go. One minute to go. Arnold fires off another shot. Ryder defends. Ryder looking for an underhook. Arnold snaps out of it. Ryder squaring up, loses his balance, slips on the mat. Gave right at Ryder. Nearly had something there. Ryder dropping in on a leg. Arnold pulls him up. 30 seconds. This has been a battle. Arnold looking for an opening. 20 seconds. Fires off a shot. They bonked heads. 15 seconds. Ryder still in good shape. Under 10. Does Arnold go here? 3 seconds. And Ryder's defense holds up. Zach Ryder takes match 1. 2 4-pointers. But the step out was enough for Ryder. 5-4. They're both AWA kids. That's Aspen Wrestling Academy. Shake hands with Josh Barr with a head wrap. He got knocked in the head by a knee in his semifinal match. Barr completed a season on the Penn State Nittany Lion program. He's got Coach Kale and Coach Cunningham in his corner. Ben Askren in the corner for Sinclair. 1 minute down, no scores yet. This was a battle at the U.S. Open, won by Sinclair. He's been sitting out, getting to watch his competition wrestle this tournament, cheering on his teammates, current teammates, future teammates. Sinclair headed to Missouri. Lots of hand fighting. And now Barr will get the passivity warning. We'll go on the clock. 30 seconds to score, or else Sinclair will get the first point of this match. And Sinclair gets Barr stepping backwards, drives him off the mat. Gets a point, and now Barr's going to have some issues. That head wrap right above the eye. That's not fun. So fleeing, white paddled. Now some more wrapping. The bar, it's like it's an island almost. It's really in there. So Bar's as tough on him. I don't think the injury is affecting how he wrestles, but that wrap above his head gets into those eyes. That can affect how he sees. So they'll do what they can. And we're good to go. Back in action. 1 point for Sinclair. And Barr still on that clock. If your opponent scores while you're on the clock, there's no resetting of the activity clock. That clock is for you and you only. And there is the second point. 2-0. 50 seconds to go in the first period. Aiden Sinclair of Wisconsin. Josh Barr of Penn State by way of Michigan. Passivity warning on Sinclair. Short time here in the first period. Can Barr steal some points here late in the period? Will Sinclair add to his lead? Final seconds tick away. No more scores. And it'll stay 2-0, 2 1-point scores. So Barr, 2-point move. He'll have criteria. There's a 4-time NCAA champ, an Olympic gold medalist, an Olympic silver medalist in Cale Sanderson. There's a 2-time NCAA champ and a 2008 Olympian. I think he placed top 10 in Ben Askren in Sinclair's corner. So the stars come out for these tournaments. Some of the best coaches, athletes, former wrestlers. Whether they're actively coaching or watching or just enjoying the show. Second period underway. Barr gets underneath Sinclair. He's trying to come up with that leg now. Sinclair gets it back. He's got his hips back, but Barr extremely strong. He's trying to muscle Sinclair over. Sinclair scrambles into a game of dueling ankles, and he'll probably get a stalemate. Yeah, he does. Good defense by Sinclair. Barr finishes that attack on I don't know how many other guys. Sinclair doing just enough. I mean, he's really controlling center. Hasn't scored a ton, but trying to cut off Barr's exits here, not letting Barr just circle back to the center. And Sinclair loses his balance, but no score there. Now Barr on a shot, front headlock from Sinclair, trying to float around, but Barr says, thanks for that leg, I'll take it from here. Sinclair fighting back. They're in a scramble, no exposure yet, everything white paddled. Barr continues to stay in deep, looking for a head pinch. Sinclair missed it, but that head wrap came off. Can Barr pop his head and pick up 2? Was that 2 for red? Everything white paddled, so no score except there's a step out. Or white paddled again for grounded. So everything's grounded. No score out of that exchange. Will we get a brick? There goes the head wrap. Still 2-0. Is there a brick? Coach Sanderson has the brick in his hand. Wonder if he's still thinking about it. He's got to throw it soon, otherwise too much time will have passed. There's Askren, classic Askren, no shoes. And yeah, Barr needs another wrap here. I don't think it's going to be counted as blood time. Strangely, international rules, freestyle and folk style, according to UWW, you don't get an injury clock, but you do get a blood time clock, which is backwards. They should change it, but nobody is asking for my opinion. So this is just round 1. Injuries like this that require tapings and bandages, that's what happens when you got to wrestle the meat grinders that are these tournaments. Barr had tough matches for this one. And we're going to have a break, but just kidding. So Barr, finals, Challenge 30 finals against Max McAnally. That's what did him in, but he ended up winning 4-1. That's where he got that big bump on the head. So 1 minute to go here, round 1 of the U20 World Team Trials, best 2 out of 3. Can Barr get through Sinclair's defenses? I don't know how nobody scored in that last exchange. Barr goes in deep. Sinclair circles. There goes the head wrap. Barr still trying to come in. Sinclair, he's been sitting out. He didn't have to wrestle that challenge tournament. Brings him down to the mat. Barr trying to come up. 30 seconds. Now Barr wants to stay grounded. Sinclair's got them turned around. Barr's feet are out of bounds. And we're going to get a restart. Barr's going to need another bandage. He's frustrated. I don't blame him. It's tough. It's out of your control. You just want to wrestle. He's okay. There's the whistle. Barr shoots in. Can't find an opening. 15 seconds. Another shot from Barr. And there's the takedown. 10 seconds. Sinclair going to try to counter. He's not staying on bottom. Can he spin around? They're sliding around. Runs out of time, and Josh Barr in the final seconds gets the takedown. Josh Barr is your winner of round 1.
.92 kilograms, representing Askren Wrestling Academy. Future Penn State Nittany Lion. Connor Mirasola in the red, taking on current Ohio State Buckeye, former Pinnacle Club wrestler Ryder Rogotsky. A lot of people probably tagging Mirasola as the favorite here, but Rogatski is 2-0 against Connor Mirasola in his career, although they haven't met since the 2022 Christmas Mat Boss tournament. But it has been 2 falls in favor of Rogatski. Rogatski, sometimes unconventional, likes to go for the fall. And we go out of bounds, grounded, no points. Rogatski trying to double up on U20 world teams. Made the Greco world team. Made his way through the challenge tournament.
Yes.
Here today, Mirasola won the US Open, so this is his first match. Nice re-attack from Mirasola. Rogatski tried to dive away. Mirasola climbed up the body and got the takedown. Rogatski looking for post crossbody shot. Now Mirasola looking to go one direction then the other. Couple stutter steps there from Rogatski. Trying to open Mirasola up before firing off that double. That does it for period number 1. Mirasola up 2-0. A beautiful re-attack. All right, period number 2 underway. Mirasola on the down block go behind. Extends his lead to 4 points. Rogatski pressuring forward. Rogatski should start to think about opening up a little bit as I say that he fires off a shot. And there's another one. And again, down block go behind for Mirasola was ready for Rogatski. Saw it coming from a mile away and just textbook down block go behind. Mirasol, I think, a little frustrated. Rogatski's fingers keep getting stuck in his singlet as he snaps and clears ties.
They need to assign the 5 that were over there to score. They should have assigned 5 o'clock.
Rogatski glancing at the clock, 45 seconds to go. Rogatski taking Mirasol to the edge, but allowing Mirasol to circle back in.
Hey, stop. There we go. Yes.
And now Mirasola getting warned. 4 hands to the face. Solid performance from Connor Mirasola as he takes match one over right away.
And there we go. Camden McDaniel. I believe he was at the RTC. He was going to wrestle for Nebraska. He's got the Nebraska coaches in his corner. McDaniel in the red, the gold. Team USA singlet taking on Justin Rodemaker. Beaver Dam RTC wrestles for Oregon State. He's got Oregon State coaches in his corner, as you'd expect. We're in the U20 World Team Trial Finals, best 2 out of 3. And Rodemaker gets hit for passivity first. $97 kilos. These are our light heavyweights. Rodemaker goes for an ankle pick, doesn't land. He will go on the activity clock, though. Small bracket. Only 8 guys in this bracket. You have to qualify for the U20 team trials. McDaniel reaches in, doesn't get anything. So mostly through the U.S. Open will you qualify for this. Now as Rodemaker fires in a shot. And then even if you win this oh no, this is the U20s. Pardon me, I'm thinking U23s. Where national team members have a chance to steal a spot, but that doesn't apply here. So forget I said anything there. And wait until tomorrow when we talk about the U23 finals. All right, head-on shot from Rodemaker. Goes nowhere, 1 minute to go in the first period. McDaniel did win the U.S. Open, so he's been able to chill today. Had to weigh in, but then no wrestling here until 4 p.m. Eastern time, which is what we're dealing with here in Geneva, Ohio. 38 on the clock. Rodemaker had a battle with Cody Merrill, won 2-2. Had a 10-0 win in the semis. Final 10 seconds of the period. Just the 1 point for McDaniel. Activity clock. Coach Dr. Brian Snyder and James Green, 2-time world medalist, 4-time NCAA All-American in the corner for McDaniel. Josh Roden talking to Rodemaker there. Assistant coach at Oregon State. Ooh, Rodemaker shoots in, but nice defense by McDaniel. Trying to follow up with a re-attack. Hasn't scored yet. They go out of bounds. That's going to be one, I believe. Two. One. Two offered, but one for judge and chair. So three-person mechanics. Whistle makes a call. The table judge will either agree or offer something else, and then the chairman has to decide which one is correct, or call for a conference if they think a third thing happened. So 2 one-point scores for McDaniel. Rodemaker could take the lead, as we saw. That's how the last match happened with Aiden Sinclair and Josh Barr. It was 2-0, but a 2-point takedown in the final 10 seconds gave Barr the victory. Two minutes remaining. Shot from Rodemaker. He's got a fistful of singlet there. And that was very blatant. Coach Roden doesn't like it. I don't think he saw it, though. It was very clear from this angle. There was definitely a singlet grab. And he's shooting underneath. No one can really see what's going on. That's where the singlet grabs don't get called, but exposed there on the side, right in front of the head table. Anyway, 1 minute, 22 seconds and counting. McDaniel somehow doesn't go out of bounds, but there's two on the edge. And if it wasn't for that singlet pull, it'd be the lead for Rodemaker. And I realize now I've been saying both Rodemaker, Rodemaker, Rademacher, and Rademaker. So there's 4 different ways. 3 of them are, at least 3 are wrong. Apologies for the mispronunciation. I believe he checked in Rademacher, but I'll try to double check that. Shot by McDaniel. Rodemaker holding on to that leg. McDaniel trying to scoop behind. And we'll get a stalemate. .30 seconds to go. Rademacher looking for an opening. McDaniel shoves him back. 20 seconds. Nice shot by Rademacher. McDaniel, though, front headlock. 10 seconds. Rademacher looking for an opening. He's got a leg. He needs to finish with 3, 2. And in the final seconds, Rademacher gets at least 2, maybe 2 and 2. Justin Rademacher in the nick of time found a way through. What a finish. He wins round 1. Crazy match. And that's it for the finals, round 1 on this mat. Head over to mat 4, and I'm going to join JD Rady. We'll see you there.
Yeah. Oh, that's him? Yeah, that is him.
All right, heavyweight, final 125 kilograms in the red and white singlet, Jimmy Mullen, and to the shot in the blue is Ben Keeter, looking to get big. Only going to get 2, but still Ben Keeter on the board first. Keeters look pretty solid here in this challenge tournament. Mullen had the advantage of sitting here to the finals. This is his first match. Keeter was really tested by Aiden Addo in his semifinal, won that one 8-7, but then would go on to dominate Sahakian in the finals. Mullen, a freshman this year at Virginia Tech. Where, like Keeter, he played football and wrestled. Keeter, freshman at the University of Iowa. Keeter trying to go back to the World Championships. He was a 97-kilogram world champion 2 years ago. Nice arm drag to a leg attack for Mullen. Not able to get the takedown. One red offered, one blue offered. One blue confirmed, though.
We're going to do this one by committee. All man is fine.
30 seconds remaining in period number 1. Keeter pretty content after that opening attack. He's still controlling the tie here, controlling the center. So it will be Keeter 3-0 at the break. There's a single leg from Keeter. Mullen going chest wrap defense, but no exposure, and Keeter finishes. And now he's got a gut locked up. Mullen dig and double unders. Keeter clears out. And foot prop. Mullen with the takedown, 4 offered, confirmed. And just like that, we have a match. Gut wrench Mullen. Keeter turning in to defend, and they'll stand back up. Some life in Jimmy Mullen, 5-4. And nose, blood coming from the nose of Ben Keeter. It's been bleeding all day.
Peanut, hey, only at the break. Only at the break. Only at the break. Only at the break. Coach, you can only do that at the break.
Bobby Telford coaching up. Ben Keeter here as he gets his nose plugs. Minute 46 remaining.
We're doing everything by committee. You'll just be bouncing back and forth.
Now, will Keeter go after one, or is he going to sit on this 1-point lead with a minute 30 to go? Mullen pulling on the head of Keeter. Keeter's seen him up pretty tall. Now comes back down into his stance. .40 seconds to go. Mullen needs to put two together. He's firing off one attack, then stopping. And there's a nice re-attack from Keeter. No exposure, no takedown yet. Mullen trying to go limping defense, come around behind. Keeter needs to hide his feet. He's letting Mullen grab his ankles, and now we're in a 50-50 scramble position, 17 seconds to go. Keeter looking to sit out, Mullen hopping over. Keeter close to exposing, nothing yet. Keeter still holding on to the ankle, nothing yet, 8 to go. Keeter holding on for his life, 5 to go. 3, 2, 1, no takedown. Will we get a YOLO brick? No, we will not. Virginia Tech accepting the decision. Mullen so close late, but Keeter holds on to take match 1, 5-4. I am joined by my man Andrew Spey, who is over on mat 5. Only mat 4 here for these rounds 2 and 3, if needed. Finals back to 57 kilograms, where Luke Little took match 1, and right away, fireworks as these two boys are scrapping.
Yeah, good to see you here, Big Main. We got, guys that I can't wait to see how they go here. I didn't get their match before, but Jax Forrest with the Vader mask with the, beautiful duck, Lilidol. Superb. Has a half Nelson, but can't unsnake that leg, so no points yet. Great defense by Jax Forrest. Big shiner on Forrest's eye, which is why he's got that mask. Makes it hard to see, but got to protect the face. All right, so good defense, too, from Forrest to get out of that without giving up a point. I thought Lilidol had him dead to rights.
And Forrest gonna be warned for passivity first. Jax Forrest with the single leg, and now Little has his leg snaked in.
So like the last position, but reverse it. And no points for anybody, but a lot of good action here. Two wrestlers with a lot of freestyle experience. Lilidol trying to make, I believe, his third world team.
Yes, he won this spot last year at 57 kilograms. Nice arm jag. Forrest going back to it. Lilidol kicks out. And he was a two-time cadet, winning world silver and world gold at the cadet level the 2 years prior.
Yeah, not bad. So looking for his 4th world team.
Yeah, 4th.
And the big question for Forrest is where does he go? Nice double leg by Lillidahl. He's in deep. Wow, the defense by Forrest. You never truly have him. Wizard defense. And I think we're going to get another stalemate. Yep, quick whistle. Back to the center. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Nothing on the board, but will be a point soon for Lillidahl. The activity clock was on Forrest. Couldn't get a score. So 1-0.
Nice single leg from Lillidahl. Pops his head to the inside underneath. Trying to sit through now. Forrest trying to bring his legs over top. Wraps up both legs. I think that's going to be Lillidahl's points. Yes, for blue.
How about that counter from Lillidahl? How do you have that composure while you're getting driven off the mat, almost giving up 2? You somehow get up off the ground so you're not in parterre. You flip over Forrest, uses momentum against him. And that was expert level feet to back by Lillidahl. Nice counter. 5-0 with 24 seconds left in the first period. Lillidahl trying to press the advantage again. Forrest slipping out of holds. Now he's got a crotch lock. Lillidahl not letting go. These guys are wrestling out of their minds right now. 4 seconds to go. And just 1, and now 1-1 for
White paddled, and caution and 1 confirmed.
1-1. So Lillidahl's corner does not like that call, and now we go to the break. And so the Bishop McCourt crew are there talking to Forrest, giving a little towel flap. Cornell Robinson, Lillidahl's coach at Wyoming Seminary, as Lillidahl is headed to Penn State next year. But Jack's big question, where does he go next year? Or 2 years, he's got a couple years of high school left. Now what do you think about this, JD? Oh, he's not dry enough. What happens like 10 seconds after he gets dried down?
More sweat.
Yeah. And there were some matches, especially on the mat next to us, the white one, that were extremely slippery.
Not as much of a problem with these 57 kg guys. Start
Yeah.
working your way up the ladder, it becomes more and more of a problem.
Yeah, tough to get a hold of when you're dealing with 90-plus kilo of U20 wrestler. Second period underway, 3-point lead, but that 4-point throw is going to be a big factor if this goes to criteria. It means Lillidahl will almost definitely hold it. How does this compare to their first match, JD?
About the same. Lillidahl won, I forget the exact score, but he won rather handily in match 1. Jax was never completely out of it until the end, though.
Yeah, Forrest, his scrambling is a sight to behold. And Lillidahl being warned. Forrest jumps the gun before that whistle on the restart. But back to neutral.
Nice duck under from Lillidahl. This time, he's able to finish it. Similar to the one he hit in the first period. Forrest was able to get that leg in and prevent the takedown, but
no doubt about that one. Forrest could not wrestle his way out of that duck under.
and that's the best way to finish on Forrest right there, is don't get involved in those scrambles, just quick, clean finish.
Yeah.
Either blow through him or behind him like that.
So a 5-point lead. Minute 15 left in the match. Little is close to making this world team. Brief flurry, seatbelt whizzer. Shot by Forrest, he's in on a single leg. He tries to chase down Lillidahl, they go out of bounds. Everything grounded, no scores, 50 seconds, still a 5-point lead for Lillidahl. Forrest on the attack. Can he get through Lillidahl's defenses? He's got to score in bunches because of that 4-point move that Lillidahl hit. And on a single leg, Forrest is deep.
Wisely coming up to the body. Just 2, but that helps Forrest.
Yeah, that's exactly what Forrest needed there. Get the points on the board, and now he's got to sprint 25 seconds and counting down. Lillidahl knows he can even give up a caution here if he needs to. 15 seconds, it's going to be a tall order for Forrest. Forrest on the attack, Lillidahl down blocking.
Yep.
There's the caution in 1.
Singlet. Unintentional, but Lillidahl's fingers did get caught in Forrest's singlet there.
That's the second caution.
Criteria still in favor of Lillidahl. He knows it.
Yeah. And making it interesting is Forrest, but Lillidahl had the points to give. At 7-7, Luke Lillidahl. Can watch these guys wrestle a lot more. Hopefully Forrest gets healed up there. Big shiner under his right eye.
Up to 61 kg, where we've got Marcus Blaze versus Ben Davino, one of the most anticipated matchups here of this tournament.
Yeah, no Cale Hughes. He won the U.S. Open, was sitting out in the finals, did not make weight. That means these guys who won their semifinals in the Challenge Tournament are now wrestling for the world team spot here. Best 2 out of 3 up in the air. Helicopter. Davino's got that single leg shelved on the shoulder. Will he settle for 1 or more?
More? No, the whistle was blown. Whistle was blown.
Yeah, you saw Blaze go down to the mat. So Davino scoring quickly. Blaze was the victor in the first bout, 5-2. It was a close-fought bout. But Blaze had a little bit too much in the second period. Pulled away and held off Davino. Two minutes remaining in the first period. Single point lead for Davino thanks to that step out. Davino headed to Ohio State. Blaze, destination unknown, although he has narrowed it down. If we had a couple days to prepare, a graphic would come up with Blaze's top 5. But this is happening the same day, the whole tournament, challenge tournament, and now the best 2 out of 3. Blaze coming out on top of that scramble, gets 2, and he takes the lead for the first time. Nothing happening in parterre, so back up to their feet, but now a 2-1 lead for Blaze. One minute remaining in the first period. Blaze keeping the pressure on, Davino backing away, ceding some territory.
There's a shot from Blaze. Single leg pulls himself in. Now picks it up in the air. Davino trying to kind of wrestle in, but it's going to give up quad pod and the takedown with 35 seconds to go in the first.
And extending that lead now to 3 points, looking for more on top. Is not going to get anything.
Love the way Blaze faked one way, grabbed a leg, and then kept wrestling through that position immediately, nonstop. And finished, got Divino to quad pod cleanly, and then finished there for big 2 points. And now short time left in the first. Blaze admonished, warned about interlocking fingers.
We'll do it for the first. Blaze up 4-1. You don't happen to remember those top 5 schools for Blaze off the top of your head, do you?
I know his brother Joey is at Purdue. That's still on the list. I'm hesitant to say any others, but I'm pretty sure it was all some big names.
Yeah, I know he took visits, I think, to Iowa and Michigan.
He is from Perrysburg here in Ohio, for whatever that is worth. Final period, 3-point lead for Marcus Blaze.
Pop and go shot from Divino. Blaze to fence it off.
Down block by Blaze. He's at least chewing up some clock in these exchanges. Divino's got to pour everything he's got left in the tank out into these next couple minutes. Do or die time for Ben Divino. Level change from Blaze. Divino fights off that attack. 2 minutes officially left on the clock.
There's a nice snag single from Blaze, but Divino able to kick out.
.90 seconds left. See, Blaze kind of took his foot off the gas at about 1, and Divino was charging back. Just has too big of a lead to overcome. Divino back in now on a shot, and he'll score. Collects 2, gets to within 1. That was a pretty shot and a clean finish, and now instead of having to worry about running down the clock, it's both guys going to have to sprint. An eye poke on Blaze, and he needs a second.
And if you're Blaze, I think he's kind of letting Divino work a little bit from space, which is where Divino likes to be. You know, he likes to level change from the outside, hard club, clear it, then go. And Blaze is kind of letting him do that in his wheel. He's letting Divino be in his wheelhouse here in period number 2.
50 seconds, so time for Divino to work. And Blaze, ooh, nice little boot scoot duck. I think Blaze will have criteria if he gives up 1, but that's playing with fire at that point.
Blaze is going to have to stay engaged. Yep, now he's getting warned.
28 seconds.
28, he can definitely get cautioned and warned.
Yeah, he's going to want to think about firing off some re-attacks just to be safe. And now front headlock to chew up some more clock. 8 seconds to go. And with the go behind to ice it with just a few ticks left. 6-3 is the final. Marcus Blaze makes the U20 World Team.
Blaze won world gold last year at U17. It wasn't exactly what you think of when you think of Machine Gun Mindset. It was mostly this right here, a lot of hard hand fighting. Bassett already coming out more aggressive than he did in match 1. Valencia held the lead until Bassett scored in period number 2. I thought Valencia wrestled a very smart match in match number 1, and Bassett was still able to win. Valencia, one of the few wrestlers in the country who can match Bassett's hand fight.
Yeah, very physical wrestler. He's been wrestling college kids for the last couple years. He's headed to Stanford. But Bassett has been wrestling above his expected level as far as age for a while now. Winning the U.S. Open as a 17-year-old at U20s. Fierce hand fighting, doesn't stop for either guy. Snaps.
Valencia now getting warned for passivity. And it was a perfectly timed re-attack that got Valencia's takedown in match 1. Was not able to score off his own first initial shot.
Bassett firing off the lion's share of the shots. And now he'll get a point thanks to that activity clock. One minute remaining in this period.
Nice single from Bassett. No points yet. Valencia trying to switch in. He's in a lot of trouble here, though, as Bassett comes behind. No, he circles out and squares up.
Wow.
Woo. That was perfectly timed single from Bassett.
He covered so much ground on that single leg. He went from one end of the mat to the other.
He saw Valencia break his stance, and he kind of tried to back out for a second, relax, and that's when he got him.
And Bassett just tried to bully him over. Valencia somehow squirmed his way out of there. Wriggled out just in time, avoided the takedown. Still just a one-point match. Final 10 seconds of the period.
Does it for period number 1. The shot clock point, the only point.
Coach Ayers in his second season, or soon to be second season, the Stanford head coach. And we're underway, second period. Actually, clock's not ready. Now the clock's ready.
Nice snap from Valencia. Bassett gets to a leg, though. He's going to pull himself in. And Valencia, did Valencia's knee hit?
Didn't hit. He's holding his left leg, or left foot. Maybe his ankle got sprained.
And Valencia corner going to challenge it. It won a takedown, but Bassett's corner, actually, they wanted to flee as well. And
yeah, this is that. It's a very tough call because on the edge of the, when you go out of bounds, there's like two different sets of rules where they give you continuation and you just kind of assume what would happen.
now, Coach Harris just came over and said they're challenging grabbing knee pad.
Ah.
Is that the same as a singlet pull? Would that be a point?
Yeah, and it might also take the 2 off the board.
It would. It would definitely do that, but I didn't know if it would also be a caution in 1. Valencia just got a little too overzealous there with the hips. A little too high, allowed Bassett to sneak under and come out the back door.
Yeah, both guys being very aggressive. We'll see if that ankle bothers Valencia. Kind of shook it off. Looked to be in a lot of pain at the time, though.
I think it might be the foot, not the ankle.
Yeah, right around the, we call those the metatarsals. So they're taking a look at it now. We don't have replay on a big monitor or anything.
And 3-0, if they lose the challenge, 4-0 isn't the biggest hole, but when you consider that Valencia has yet to score off of his own shot this entire series. I guess, you know, reattack is your own shot, but has not been able to open Bassett up into his own shot. So I'm thinking that becomes a little bit different of a hole than, you know, a Forrest Lodahl match, right?
Yeah, this could swing things a large amount, but they'll almost have the full second period. It does give both wrestlers a chance to regain their composure, think about how they want to wrestle the rest of this match, what they remember seeing from their opponent this match and the last one, any adjustments.
Good challenge from the Valencia corner.
So they'll
No
take the
points.
points off.
But it's not a caution anymore.
No points.
Offensive foul, not a defensive foul. So if he would have pulled the knee pad to prevent a takedown, then it would have been caution, but just an attention for an offensive, similar to leg foul in Greco.
Yep. All right, and then pass it right back at it. And there's a point for Bassett, gets right back on his attacks, 2-0. The shot from Valencia doesn't land.
Now Valencia hasn't given up any counterattacks either, so I would like to see him pick up the number of attacks here as we hit the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, a guy like Bass, it's tough to impose your will upon him, and that is kind of the way that Valencia wrestles. Very heavy hands, very aggressive, but
Bassett caught Valencia reaching.
that's also the way Bassett wrestles, and now he's got a 4-point lead deep in this match.
That's when you shoot a single leg, when they're reaching for the tie there. Valencia looking for a go behind, drops down to the leg. Bassett hops over, trying to grab ankles.
And look at the elusiveness of Bassett. Valencia needs to score there, but he stopped wrestling, and Bassett does not stop wrestling. Good defense from Bassett. Gets himself a stalemate out of that.
Duck under attempt from Valencia, too far away.
One minute to go.
Nice snap from Bassett.
Valencia should start firing off these attacks now. You're not going to get two really good attempts on a guy like Bo Bassett. You can't wait till the last second. Single leg Bassett. Valencia drapes over the top, fights ankles. This scramble's going to burn a lot of clock, and we have less than 30 seconds to go, even if Valencia scores.
Yeah, Valencia had a chance to get height there, but Bassett, rather heroically, at least in the pose, reached or shoved those legs up and got into a better position, and then he got a stalemate. So 6 seconds. It's a coronation at this point. Bo Bassett steps out of the inside trip attempt, and there it is. U20 World Teamer. Up at 65 kilos. Bassett was a U17 gold medalist, down at, I want to say, what, 51 kilos?
Yeah, or he might have even been, was he 48?
48. One of the weight classes, Webster came back, scored a nice takedown. They had a crazy high pace, and that's what you see in a lot of these finals matches for these guys. Foot sweep from Duke. And somehow they were able to maintain it. We'll see if they can keep that pace going for a second match, maybe in an hour ago, less than an hour ago.
And you'll see Webster get wrist control on his right side. Looks like Duke is countering that with a 2-on-1. Official letting him work through this front headlock position. Now Duke clears out.
So first warning on Webster. Now and right in, that is great timing from Duke. Can he finish this flurry with a takedown? He does.
Yeah, caught Webster coming in.
And those well-timed shots and attacks is how Duke scored in the first period of that last match. Big snap, and now he's got rear standing. Did they step out, though? Wheelbarrow position. Duke using that power to get Webster down on the mat. So kind of a repeat of round one. One minute, 40 seconds to go. Still in the first period.
Nice single leg from Duke. Quickly elevates and front trip. Webster trying to scramble.
Ooh, trying to pass the ankle, but Duke with a nifty roll through. And it's
yeah, I'm not sure
6-0.
why Webster tried to pass the ankle there. Pass the ankle, generally not encouraged in freestyle wrestling as you expose your back.
Yeah. But did extend the flurry a little bit. Duke, though, would not be denied this time either. 8-0, he's 2 points away from a tech and making the world team. They come back up to their feet. And this is that pace Duke was laying on Webster last round. Unrelenting. Webster in on a leg. 30 seconds left in the period. And they are going in full-out sprint mode here still in the first period. Webster knows he's got ground to make up. Duke drops down, has his arms behind, or hands behind Webster's knees, but can't finish.
Yep, step out in time, so it'll be 9-0 going into the break.
There's Brian Medlin, Jeremy Hunter in the corner for Webster. The nice absorbent, easily packable towel there. Coach KD and Mike Macchiavello for PJ Duke. Duke's on his way to Penn State next year. That's the theme for guys in these finals. A lot of future and current Nittany Lions. Webster completed a very productive redshirt season for Illinois. A lot of talk about him getting his redshirt pull. He was ready to compete. But
shows you how ready Duke is.
yeah, Duke is also college ready. But Illinois is going to have a really tough lineup this year. Coach Poeta is going to have the Illini in good shape. Can't wait to see how they do this year. Webster's going to be a big part of that lineup for this upcoming season and years to come. Second period underway. Duke just needs one more point, but Webster will have his say as well. PJ Duke of Minnesink Valley, New York. Point away, and or 2 minutes and 30 seconds from the U20 World Team. Two minutes remaining.
Yeah, Duke's pace slowing down.
Yeah, I would be amazed if they could have kept that going, but they're still putting forth tremendous effort.
Webster almost had the foot there of Duke. Duke able to kick out. Until Duke getting a little tired, he's letting Webster kind of keep that wrist control on the right side. There's that snag single from Webster. He got close with it 30 seconds ago. This time he's able to do it.
And they're going to go back up to neutral.
Momentum in favor of Webster right now, but does he have enough time?
Yeah, needs a home run, needs something in parterre as well if he could have gotten something going. A few turns, but easier said than done. Duke is a very stout 70-kilo wrestler.
This could be big. No.
Every shot, every chance, opportunity that Webster has like that he doesn't take advantage, is this match slipping away as Duke just needs to maintain. 30 seconds. And Duke trying to find whatever reserves he has left. Same with Webster, he's pushing the pace. Final 20 seconds. Looking for a trip, trying to bundle the arms. Webster, 10 to go. Duke is gonna dance in the center. And another U20 world teamer, PJ Duke, gets it done. Great effort from Webster. Duke had too much from neutral. 2 for Penn State, 2 uncommitted wrestlers on the world team. Michigan man, originally from California, with Darian Lockett, an Oklahoman staying in his home state, headed to Oklahoma State next year. lot of level changes. Mantanona biting on a fake.
Mantanona really not letting Lockett circle back into the center. He's going to get Lockett hit for passivity. Now, I was super impressed with Lockett in match 1. Everything he did, offense, defense, super crisp technically.
Yep, and he also won the U.S. Open, so got to sit out. And so far, all 4 U.S. Open winners have gone 2-0 in these best-of-3 series. Lockett going to try to make it 5 for 5 and get a Cowboy. Oh, actually, I take that back. Marcus Blaze did not win the U.S. Open, so just 3.
And Lockett on the board first.
And that does more than just give him a point. It also takes away the probability of him going on the activity clock, which is pretty high if it remained scoreless at this point. So now Mantanona gets a passive warning.
There's a shot from Mantanona, but couldn't get in close enough to get to a lock.
Could not lock up Lockett in a lock. So they're back to neutral. Gotta wonder where Mantanona ends up weight class wise. Got a lot of height. He's from a large wrestling family of large wrestlers.
Yeah, he was wrestling at 65 for the Wolverines this year. I don't think he's outgrown it yet. I mean, obviously still wrestling at
163 and
3,
change.
yeah.
Oh, nice. Saw that duck under, and Coach Jackson in the corner jumped in the air, hoping Mantanona would get a reattack out of that.
Yeah, stuff like that is what impressed me so much with D. Lockett in round 1.
He was doing all sorts of unexpected maneuvers at the U.S. Open. 10 seconds remain in the period.
Two to 0, Lockett at the break.
KJ and Coach Boylard, 2 Michigan assistant coaches in the corner for Mantanona. That's Kindig and nope, never mind. Titan Mercury guys in the corner. Apologies.
Hensley and Zohir.
I was going to say Zoe next. But thank you for the correction.
Passivity offered and confirmed now on Lockett, but he gets to the leg before the whistle. Comes up to the body, trying to limp arm out of this whizzer. 1 in caution and 1 offered. And Lockett a little slow to get up. Looks like maybe he took a shot under the chin. Oh yeah, he's bleeding the nose. He's bleeding pretty good. But that was nice from Lockett because he scored the step out. Not only got the step out, but avoided going on the shot clock as well.
Yeah, the second time that he has canceled any shot clock activity. or activity clock rulings. So a 3-0 lead, 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go.
All right, looks like we finally got the mat all cleaned up. Locket all plugged up. The two slap hands, and we are back to it. Mantanona immediately comes out looking collar tie, staying aggressive. He really likes that elbow control duck. Hasn't been able to use it successfully just quite yet, though. Go behind Lockett. Mantanona gets a lock around the leg, pops his head underneath, looking to come out the back door.
Ooh, how that knee stayed in its place as Lockett did a full 360.
Nice job hooking here. The bottom leg by Mantanona. Normally you see guys put them on the hip and pop their head out. Mantanona was going elevated, and he's looking for exposure.
Yeah, there could be two there. I think he broke the plane. Yes, he did. No. White paddle?
I don't think he did. Mantanona's in my view, so I didn't see. But
It got confirmed by the table, so 3-2.
okay.
Well, by the chairperson, I should say. Table judge, white paddled.
Single leg. Mantanona looks to cut across the front. Now going back to traditional finish.
1 minute to go. And Red staying on his knees.
Attention on Mantanona for staying on his knees.
And KJ is not happy about.
He was not happy with that attention, so he's going to get a yellow card.
One more, and he will not be allowed on the mat.
I got it.
40 seconds to go. Still a 1 point lead for D. Lockett. Bowman down on a single leg. He's got time to work, but not much. 28 seconds. Mantanona's corner wanted him back in the center, wants to push the pace. Can Lockett hold on here? Drop it down on a single leg.
Exposure. Mantanona takes the lead, 4-3. Another two.
Bowman with the great offense.
We're gonna go to match 3.
In the final seconds.
Wow, for how impressed I was with Lockett in match 1. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that mat 1.
Yeah, we got future Penn Stater Zach Ryder. We got Iowa Hawkeye Gabe Arnold, who finished a redshirt season where it looked like his red shirt might have gotten pulled. But with that new rule, red shirts can wrestle as true freshmen, a couple matches in varsity, up to 5 dates, and keep that red shirt eligibility. That's what happened with Arnold, and he looked ready to compete at NCAAs. Instead, they saved him. And now we'll see what that lineup looks like in the fall. Ryder's gonna have to fight his way onto that Penn State lineup or take a red shirt. As usual, Coach Sanderson has and will have many options for that lineup of his. I'm gonna suspect we see a defensive bout here, because both those 4-point moves Looked like they were rare occurrences when these two would wrestle. I don't think we're going to see Arnold give up many fours to anybody. And I don't think Ryder is likewise going to. But I will predict many heavy clubs. A lot of force coming down in those collar ties.
Nice snag single from Arnold. He's got it shelved. He's coming across the waist. Doesn't want to give up. Whizzer here, and he doesn't. Comes right up to the body, looking to get big, but they go out of bounds first. Definite whistle before the throw, so just 1 point.
Arnold needed a little bit more real estate to finish that the way he wanted to, but of course Ryder would have wrestled differently if they weren't so close to the out of bounds. And Ryder somehow got that point, I'm just realizing now.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a blue one that went up from the whistle. And so trying to get rear standing, Arnold stepped out first.
Arnold now toeing the line, but he's going to go out once again. And a little stare down, a little butt pat from Gabe Arnold.
Yeah, I don't think either wrestler heard the first whistle, and then nobody wants to be the first guy to let up.
Arnold really likes that. I call it a snag single, where you just get to the ankle, your head's way far away, and you sweep and pull yourself in. He likes that. And then the kind of crossbody post or pass to the far leg. Those are kind of his two go-to shots.
I thought you were calling it a snack single, because who doesn't love a tasty snack?
Snag, snack.
Yeah. Snack on some points.
Interchangeable.
Here we go to the break. There's Big Bobby Telford, the Delaware Destroyer, and Coach Morningstar. Mark McKnight for M2. Big question mark is what's going to happen to the M2 Training Center. It's in State College, founded by the Magic Man, hence M2, David Taylor. But David Taylor's now in Stillwater.
Well, luckily, Mark McKnight, who is now the head coach of M2, also double M's. Mark
2M,
McKnight.
yeah, exactly. You don't have to change the stationery or nothing. So second period underway now. Ryder with a 2-point lead, 2 1-point scores. We'll see if that matters. Criteria comes into play. One thing Ryder has been doing is hand fighting. Gabe Arnold is a tough guy to hand fight, and when you can dig your underhooks, get hand position, that's a big part of a battle, especially with evenly matched wrestlers.
Nice shot here from Arnold. Grapevines his head up to the outside, but that's going to be caution in 1, 2 on Ryder. Yes, offered. No, not confirmed though. White paddle, just the 1 point on the step out.
Yeah, interesting. I thought maybe Ryder could have gotten called for that. It did look like he was going to try to lull Arnold into thinking he was giving up the 2 and then figure out a way to reattack, but ran out of space.
2-1, all 1 point scores.
A 1 point will give Arnold the lead via criteria by dint of last score. .100 seconds remain. Sweep single attempt doesn't land.
There's another post high C across the body for Arnold. Now looking
Great
to come
defense.
Up the back. Yeah. Arnold going to elevate and look for another 1 point.
And into the table. And that's just that's the facts of life with a lot of mats in a gym. You got to put the tables right there. It's either that or have less wrestlers, I guess, in the tournament.
Underhook. Ryder uses, as Arnold tries to clear out, Ryder gets to the single leg. He's going to want to shelf it on his right knee, continue to pressure in and try to get to that far leg. Doesn't want to come up too far around the waist. Yep, that's going to give Arnold a whizzer. He continues to come around and get the takedown with a minute to go. Less than a minute. Huge takedown for Zack Ryder.
Yeah, 2-point move as well. Meaning 2 1-point moves won't do it.
Yeah, Arnold likely going to have to finish one of those takedowns now. He's twice gotten to the legs, but only been able to get a step out.
Yeah, credit to Ryder. Just when it looked like Arnold was going to take over the match, gets the clutch 2 in less than 30 seconds remaining now. Arnold's really good at timing those elbow posts, but Ryder, his defense has been spectacular.
And it's not the position you want to be if you're Arnold. Holding on for a stalemate here with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, that whistle can't come fast enough for a guy like Arnold in that position, or a guy in Arnold's position. Now just 8 seconds, and Ryder can dance away those 8 seconds here. He doesn't have to engage. I mean, he's going to get potentially cautioned, but he'll take that. He'll eat that point in caution. And Arnold can't get it done. It's Zack Ryder with the impressive win. Won the Open. And they're going to make sure they do a handshake.
Really impressive stuff from Zack Ryder. I thought maybe, you know, because Ryder beat him in 2022 at the U.S. Open. I thought
Penn State took a red shirt. Was potentially going to have to wrestle 74 when Starace got injured at the end of the year, but I don't see him ever making that weight class. He's a full-size 86 kilo. His opponent, Aiden Sinclair. This was a weird bout. You see the head wrap on Josh Barr. His match with Max McAnally in the finals of the Challenge tournament, he took a knee, accidental knee, right to the head. Opened up a big wound right over his eye. And they've been dealing with that. He's been dealing with that, and the training staff and his coaches. So there's been a good amount of blood time. Sinclair got 2 1-point scores and then gave up a 2 with about 10 seconds left. It was very dramatic, but that gave Barr round 1. But this was the kind of match it was, very strategic. A lot of underhooks, collar ties in the center of the mat. Passivity warning on Barr. Sinclair comfortable wrestling pretty much anywhere. You make it a phone booth match, he's fine there. You start wrestling from space. I think Barr wants to use that length to his advantage, find an opening, but Sinclair's defense has been very impressive. And he won this bout. It was another tight one at the U.S. Open Finals, which gave him the bye.
nice step in there from Sinclair. Immediate close shin wizard defense from Barr, and he kicks out. Now he's in on the leg. Beautiful re-attack. Not done yet. He jumps up to the waist. So Sinclair has a whizzer. And he slides that knee out and faces. Good defense from both wrestlers.
Yeah, tremendous exchange there. That'll leave fans of either wrestler or both wrestlers feeling exasperated. Each one was very close to his score, but too much defense. And I thought Barr was on, yeah, we got to get the passivity clock going. I think Barr got his second. They're going to have to rewind, look at the replay to figure out what the time should be so that they can put Barr on the clock with the right amount of time.
Yeah, Barr's definitely going to need a couple of stitches or at least some glue in
Yeah.
that left brow. after this. He was gushing pretty good after taking that knee from McAnally. Barr, a guy I've been really impressed with this tournament. You know, Sinclair put it on him at the U.S. Open, 10-0. And to come around just a month later, reverse that result.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned that it was a close bout, but you're right. It was hard fought, but Sinclair really opened up on him.
And I've been impressed with Barr's motion here this tournament as well. It's almost been, I think I said this in the McAnally match too when I was commentating, but Mitchell Messenbrink-esque, the way he darts in and out, you know, the fakes from space. But Sinclair been able to slow him down a little bit here, tying him up.
So action underway again, just a few seconds left on that activity clock. There's the point. And Sinclair also got a step out there. That's where he is so stingy when you're trying to circle back in. He's got great mat sense. Good gyro, whatever you want to call it. And he picks up 2 points. Activity clock, and
there goes the
step
head wrap.
out. Yeah, that's going to be a reoccurring theme here. It's frustrating for everybody. See Coach Cunningham, Coach Sanderson. They just want to take some sort of like magic wand, glue gun, whatever, and just zap it back into place. But this sometimes happens, especially when you got to go through a challenge tournament like Barr did.
Yeah, super impressed with all the guys that had to go through the challenge tournament today. Some of them had some real battles, like Josh Barr with McAnally. Earlier today, just hours ago, and then having to battle best 2 out of 3
Yeah.
against the best in the world like Sinclair.
You don't get a day off like you do at Olympic team trials, for instance, or a day to recover, or an evening, what have you. So there's the initial wrap. Now another little wrap. And this is no fun for Josh Barr either. You got to stand there while they operate on your head, basically. It's not an operation, but. And we're underway again. 30 seconds remain in the first period. Sinclair, excuse me, trying to run Barr out of bounds with a front headlock. Barr recovers. Barr looking for a head tap and go. Final seconds of the period. And to the break they go. Shoeless Ben Askren.
Always shoeless.
Taking care of Sinclair. Shoeless and sandalless at this point. Likes to keep himself grounded. Coach Sanderson, Coach
back-to-back
Cunningham.
Askrens here in the finals. Mirasola up next.
That's right. Mirasola's brothers on mat 5, right next to us. The Mirasola brothers. The Askren brothers are here. Lots of brothers. It's a family affair. Second period underway. 2-point lead for Sinclair, trying to force round 3. Barr reaching in.
Yeah, Sinclair kind of biting on those fakes a little bit. So I'm looking for that re-attack now. Knee pull single for Barr. He's going to try and finish out the back door. Needs to get his butt in between his heel and Sinclair. So right now Sinclair's still fighting far ankle.
How Sinclair can get leverage from that position is crazy. He's on his hip, and Barr is levering up on the bottom leg. And he still manages to keep himself from going past 90 degrees with his back and pick an ankle on Barr. Get a stalemate, so impressive defense. Barr was in deep there. That was a very slick shot. So we'll let this sequence play out, and then Sinclair's going to get a passivity warning.
One on the step out.
Oh, wow, I missed that.
Yep,
That's on
far
the
side.
Yeah.
Oh, swim duck from Barr. Sinclair wasn't expecting it.
Right off the whistle. That's how you get right back in a match that you're trailing by 3. All 1-point scores, so all Barr needs is a 1-point move at this point. The last thing Sinclair wants to do is sit on a lead after the way he lost round 1 in literally the final 10 seconds. We've got 95 seconds to work here. Barr seems like he's got plenty in the tank.
Yeah.
I don't know if fresh is the right word, but he's moving very well. Sinclair not lagging behind, but not quite as active, I guess. Under a minute to go. We'll get a restart.
There's a nice shot from Sinclair, head to the outside.
See him put pressure right above the knee. And now he'll cover for 2, and that's a big score, clutch. 3-point lead now, 30 seconds remaining in the period, in the match.
Sinclair was winning late in match 1. Can't think he has this locked up.
Barr coming at him. 20 seconds. Barr tried to muscle up something, feet to back there.
Whistle. Hands to the face, caution in 1 will be confirmed. So no step out because the whistle was blown before the step out. Hands to the face, the call.
So 5-3, and Sinclair can't give up a takedown. Or Barr will once again snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Swim moves. He's in deep.
Sinclair locking in crotch. Barr has both legs, but he needs to cut the corner.
Final effort from
time.
Barr. Not enough.
So another match 3 coming up.
Yeah, we get a treat with these two guys once again. You know, nobody's happy with that. Sinclair. All right, our cruiserweights.
Mirasola versus Rogatsky. Mirasola took match 1. There's a lot of this, a lot of hand fighting. Mirasola clearing tie, collar tying circle, catching Rogatsky coming in and countering.
Yeah, looks like 3 2-point scores to win 6-0.
Nice step in single from Mirasola. 2 offered, not confirmed yet there. It'll be just 2 blue.
Just 2.
Whistle went 2 and 1. Nice down block re-attack from Mirasola.
And he's got the go-go gadget arms that are just reaching out and pulling in those legs from space.
Beautiful ankle pick.
Yeah, not much you could do there if you're Rogotsky. That's just a perfectly timed pick.
Highlight reel.
If only we had somebody taking high-quality video of all these cool moves.
If only.
Perhaps one day we'll see it on social media. Someone will dig through their cameras and find it, and then we can all enjoy it again and again in high def. 6-0 already, halfway through the first period. Under a minute. Rogotsky going to try to figure out Mirasola. What do you do? The guy anticipates everything you're going to do before you do it. And it's 8-0. Mirasola looks at the clock, 40 seconds. And he is close to making the U20 World Team.
Official telling Mirasola to stay engaged.
Mirasola nodding. He said, "Yep, no problem. I'll do that." Rogotsky pushing right on the top of the head, trying to, I don't know, get Mirasola off balance. At this point, you got to try anything. And we get to the break.
Mirasola putting on a textbook right now, performance of wrestling where you want to. Rogotsky kind of wants to be in those tie-ups a little more, looking for his 2-on-1, his underhook, and Mirasola's just really not letting him get close. Every time Rogotsky gets to a tie, it's Mirasola clearing it, clubbing and circling, and getting to his stuff.
Rogotsky's still getting some towel down and instructions from Bo Jordan and Colin Moore. It's Max Askren and Mitchell Messenbrink, and it's Mitchell's job to wipe down Mirasola. He's just going to get just as sweaty in about 2 seconds here. Rogotsky looking for an opening. We'll take anything, and once again, Mirasola says that ankle belongs to me. I'll take that, thank you very much, and I'll take that spot on the U20 World Team. Hugs to his corner. There's his brother Cole, and no doubt about that one. That's impressive.
Yeah, really impressive stuff there from Mirasola.
Rademacher in the red.
Yeah, Rademacher a bit of a maybe surprise finalist here in the best 2 out of 3. Not if you're from the state of Oregon or Oregon State, but I think a lot of people are picking Cody Merrill to take him out in the finals, but he looked really impressive, and he's coming out here in match 2 looking impressive as well, getting on the board first with the step out.
Yeah, Rademacher absolutely, you don't want to say a surprise because people will say they already knew, but Merrill, a little bit of a higher profile wrestler based on what he's done in the past, and Rademacher matched him strength for strength and speed for speed, and did a little bit better, enough for the win, 2-2. Now a 1-point lead for Rademacher. McDaniel took, oh no, he lost round 1, 4-3. That's right, this one came down to the final seconds as well. And forgetting another clutch performance. So McDaniel going to try to take this next one. He won the U.S. Open, got to sit out this tournament.
Yeah, McDaniel trying to go back-to-back world teams, brought home bronze last year for Team USA. Spent this past year out at the Olympic Training Center, taking a gray shirt.
And then he'll be at Nebraska. You see Coach Dr. Brian Snyder, James Green. Can't wait to get their hands on him full time.
McDaniel shot from the outside. Rademacher defends, and that's going to be 4 points.
Yeah, that's a big exchange right there for Rademacher.
Yeah, McDaniel maybe should have gone baseline D there. Only giving up 2, instead gave up 4 points, puts himself in a bit of a hole, down 5-0.
Yeah, and at 97 kilos, these are big guys. These are light heavyweights. 200 and, what is it, 12?
13?
Yeah, in that range. Yeah, in lbs and pounds. So a lot of poundage out there.
.30 seconds left in the first as the two separate.
McDaniel trying to post on that elbow, find an opening, but his drop steps aren't landing, and Rademacher has been holding strong this whole tournament. It's going to be one of the few guys that goes through the tournament if he can hold out for the next 3 minutes.
There's a nice head outside shot from McDaniel. He's going to get at least 1. Oh, time. I didn't have a good look at the clock. Oregon State corner's adamant. Time was out. So just 1 point on the step out, no takedown.
Corey Crooks with the towel action. Josh Roden, both assistant coaches at Oregon State. Roden providing instruction. 2-time world medalist, 4-time All-American. Scott Green, Brian Snyder, an NCAA finalist.
James Green.
James Green. I said Scott Green. A little bit different. Both coaches. Yeah, good to see Greasy back competing, back at his alma mater.
Nice shot from Rademacher. McDaniel trying to get to that leg, but can't do it. Rademacher gonna finish.
Yeah, I really love the chain wrestling from Rademacher. Gets in on the leg and starts going through the progressions. Which way does he want to take it? Never stopping. Continual wrestling. And pays off with the 2 points. McDaniel is not an easy guy to score on. Six-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Rademacher on the cusp of a U20 world team.
It's a nice shot from McDaniel, but Rademacher, good counter.
Level change underneath the knee. Kadimagomedov-esque.
Ooh, okay. It's quite the comparison.
You know, they both hit nice counters in big-time matches. Under 90 seconds to go, and an 8-point lead, so things looking bleak for McDaniel, although that's a nice shot. He's had nice shots before.
Yeah, this is right where he was last time. A little bit better position now. Needs to punch that elbow, that right elbow down to the mat. get to the angle. He's not going to be able to. Rademacher holds on for the stalemate.
Final 60 seconds. So McDaniel trying to set these shots up, but Rademacher is ready for him. Nice scramble there. And no scores. Rademacher didn't need to force the position. McDaniel stepping in, but Rademacher, he was ready. 20 seconds.
Yeah, McDaniel just not enough gas left in the tank here to really finish efficiently, so it's going to be one caution and one, and that's the match and the series.
Wow. I mean, that was the most gentle finish. Rademacher taking him right out of bounds. McDaniel couldn't wrestle back in bounds. He has a spent force. Justin Rademacher, underestimate him at your own peril. This is a big-time, big guy matchup. Ben Keeter, Mr. Iowa, is on the football team. Wrestled a few varsity matches as a true freshman. And Big Jim Mullen, who was also on the football team at Virginia Tech, but also wrestled some matches for the Hokies.
Mullen almost snuck this one out late. Keeter got out to a lead, but Mullen came back late. They were in a scramble, and Keeter was able to hold on.
And Keeter, not yet a full-size heavy. He's got the height, but they got him playing tight end, and he's been lean.
I think he's linebacker.
Linebacker? Tight end line. Tight ends are the linebacker of the offense.
Okay. Nice body lock from Keeter and going right into a bar. Can Mullen get his arm back? That right arm is trapped up.
Classic
Keeter,
Iowa bar arm.
Yeah, can Keeter run this and or switch off to a trap arm? He's trying to run it traditional, but not gonna work. And if you're a Hawkeye fan, you want to see more of that from Keeter, more of that offense, less hanging around, sitting on a couple-point lead, letting Mullen hang in here.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by Keeter's balance. You know, Matt Savvy being able to shift his weight and momentum to his advantage. When you're dealing with heavyweights, if you can get a guy leaning, get a guy pushing in the wrong way, be a very powerful weapon in your arsenal. So Keeter already a U20 gold medalist.
That was down to 97 kilograms.
Yeah, as a first-year eligible U20 man in 2022. Now it's 24. Trying to get back on the team, add to his collection of world medals. What a nice single leg from a big guy, but Keeter kicks out of there. Mullen's got some speed.
Just like I was saying, if you're a Hawkeye fan, you want to see Keeter staying on that offense. If you're a Hokie fan, you want to see Mullen staying on that offense. Passivity called on Keeter. Straight on power double from Mullen, but Keeter able to hold on with that whizzer, not giving up a takedown yet. Only one.
And Jared Haught in the corner saying singlet grab. Are they going to throw the brick? They don't do it. Wow, just a point. I don't know how Keeter didn't go flying into that table.
I know, right?
I'm the table judge.
He was just able to get his feet down and plant, hit down and grab that wizard just in time.
Look at the dual towel flapping action. We got Jared Haught, NCAA finalist for Virginia Tech, Jared Frayer, an Olympian, and I believe NCAA champ for Oklahoma.
Yes.
Very tan Jared Frayer as well. Looks like he just came back from a nice vacation. We got Big Bobby Telford, the Delaware Destroyer. Corner for Keeter. And we go through the charade of trying to wipe the sweat off these guys. They're gonna sweat. Doesn't do anything. Second period underway. 2-point lead for Keeter, but that's not a super safe lead by any stretch. Saw how quick Mullen is able to strike. Missed on a single leg and shot again and almost got all the way behind. Had to settle for one.
And that'll put Keeter on the clock.
Yeah, interesting call. 4 points on the board and an activity clock in the second period. Not unheard of, though.
Yeah, I think it was warranted.
Yeah, Keeter's not been as active, and it is an activity clock. See, Mullen, best defense is a good offense. He's not going to just let that clock run out. He's going to go at Keeter. Now he's got another point, 3-2. Good flurry from these big men, far side of the mat.
Keeter locking up over under inside trip from Mullen.
What are we gonna do here? Dueling body locks. What do we see? Keeter breaks his lock. Mullen still has it. And that's not going anywhere, but
1-4, that's gotta be 4. 1 blue offered, 4 red confirmed.
yeah, how could that be anything but 4 for?
So we will get a brick from the Virginia Tech corner. I think they want to say Keeter stepped out first off of Mullen initiating the throw.
And I guess I could see that, thinking about it. It's not crazy.
If Keeter stepped out first, he is then not able to score defensively.
Yeah.
You can continue to score offensively, but you cannot score defensively once you have stepped out. But I mean, Mullen's butt was to the edge. Seemed like he would have stepped out first.
Yeah, where did any step out happen? I don't see anything.
More blood continuing to come from the nose of Ben Keeter. It's been bleeding this entire tournament. And so good challenge.
So, yeah. So Mullen's action, he tried to go suplex, and Keeter countered. by not allowing himself to be suplexed, and will pick up 2 because Mullen landed in danger. Or was in danger when his offensive move was ended. Nice wrist snap.
Yeah, and I think a part of that was Keeter let go of his lock.
Yeah, no lock is what you heard the head official. Good ear, James.
Good head blocks from Keeter.
Yeah, it takes some guts to put yourself in the way of a charging heavyweight. So evading action, a warning on Keeter. He's only got 15 seconds to wrestle here, and he'll get back on the U20 World Team after a 1-year hiatus. Mullen looking for double unders and a trip. And another challenge from Freyer saying a singlet grab, which they may win, but I don't think Keeter's gonna.
I would only put a couple seconds left on the clock.
We're looking at the review.
And it looks like there was a single grab, and with about 10 seconds left too. So that's more than just a couple seconds if the time goes back on the clock.
So about 8 seconds.
So now officials discussing whether time goes back on the clock or not, because the match was not stopped.
Red caution, 1 blue, secret grab, match over.
So they don't put time back on.
So they get the single grab, but time runs out, and Ben Keeter is your champion.
Underway, 74 kilos, round 3. Ladarian Lockett, white singlet, red trim, blue singlet for Bo Mantanona. Current Wolverine versus future Cowboy.
There's a shot from Mantanona. Lockett looking for a counter, but Mantanona squares up. You see Mantanona going elbow control on the right arm of Lockett. He really likes that elbow control. He'll hit a little boot scoop to that side. Single leg Mantanona, limp knee defense from Lockett, comes all the way around, fights ankles, and we're going to get potentially dangerous.
Yeah. That's not supposed to go that way, those knees.
Trainer being called for, a little blood coming from the nose.
Just a little bit. Lockett in the Dayton Fix singlet. Surprised that fits.
I know, right?
But, you know, they're stretchy material.
Passivity warning on Lockett, I believe. Collar ties, forehead to forehead. Underhook from Mantanona. Lockett trying to counterattack. On the clock goes Ladarian Lockett.
Nice post double from Lockett. Already getting 2 on the exposure. So he's just going to sit here as to not get into a scramble with Mantanona exposed himself.
Yeah, Mantanona trying to, in one smooth motion counter, locking up the crotch lock and roll all the way through. Would have been pretty if he pulled it off, but Lockett stopped him, and it was Lockett's double leg that put him in that position. So 2-0 and no activity clock anymore. Wipe it off.
There's that little duck from Mantanona. Lockett's felt it plenty of times now in their 2.5 matches.
We're going to get to the break here, just a few seconds left. And we go to the break. Lockett getting toweled down. Kevin Jackson, Olympic and world champ, drying off Mantanona.
Mantanona clearing ties, collar tying, or clearing the thumb blocks rather. Now popping, single leg from Lockett. Good elevation here.
Trying to collect above the knee.
Yeah, Mantanona wants to bring this down and get to his whizzer. Lockett wants to keep this up in the air. And he's going to wrap up both legs as they go out of bounds for the takedown.
Yeah, good continuation by Lockett, really selling that takedown as they go out of bounds. Those are big points, 2 two-point takedowns for Lockett. And Mantanona's gonna have to do more than just chip away, especially with just 2 minutes, 10 seconds left on the board.
There's a nice shot from Mantanona. Even better sprawl from Lockett though.
Yeah, he got his hips all the way back there.
One point on the step out from Mantanona. All
right, now we see how much stamina will come into play here. Lockett, first step backwards. Mantanona creeping in, pushing Lockett backwards. Great timed drop. And another takedown on the edge. Lockett with the precision timing.
Heavy snap from Lockett. Put Mantanona on the mat and then pushed him out for one more point.
7:01, 63 seconds remaining. Lockett in good shape here, although quick strike. Mantanona chips away 7-3.
Yeah, it kind of fell right into that shot. And you see Lockett really reaching that right arm forward. He doesn't want to give up. I call it a West Point. Mantanona's really good with it. Put your hand on the bicep. Other arm comes across, and it's basically use it like a gut wrench.
Yeah, the crucifix is the other term. No, that's not right. The iron cross.
Hold the cross.
Iron cross. We did name that move, and it was about 50-50. And another point for Lockett on the step out. 35 seconds to go. So, and that score off the whistle breathed some life into Mantanona's world team hopes, but Lockett too quick, anticipating these moves.
For red.
Yeah, held
to
on to that
blue.
lock the whole time. We'll get a challenge, but if Lockett kept that lock, I don't see that getting changed. It's clearly Lockett's attack.
Didn't look like he changed direction either.
Russell, let me get this. We're ready.
So we got everything rewound. We're going to take a look at it. This is probably seals the deal for Lockett.
Four red.
And the extra point for loss of challenge makes it a tech fall for D. Lockett, 13.
Underway. Aiden Sinclair fending off a shot right away by Josh Barr in the blue. Sinclair, gold singlet, red trim. Front headlock for Mirasola. And Barr trying to muscle his way through. See that big head wrap on Barr. We talked about it the last match, probably the last two matches. They're ear to ear. Two close ones. Mirasola. That's not Mirasola, that's Aiden Sinclair. He's wearing a Mirasola singlet. Why does anybody wear their own singlets anymore?
That's not the cool thing to do, Spay.
Everybody wears everybody else's singlet. That's fine, except your names are on them. So Sinclair gave up takedown in the final 10 seconds. That gave Barr the victory. He earned it in round one. Round two, Sinclair held off a late charging Barr to win another close one. So they split 1-1. It was all Sinclair.
Oh, what a beautiful high crotch from Sinclair. Barr sit in the corner, though. To blue. They're going to get a challenge. I do think Sinclair initiated that, but I'm not. Did Barr expose?
Yeah, that's going to be the key there. I know Ben Askren, his coach, is pantomiming what the move was for Sinclair.
I do think it was pretty clear Mirasola, or I just did it too.
You did it now. We both got.
Sinclair initiated.
So the barefoot Askren. It's the different match.
And credit to Barr there for even getting in this position because Sinclair got deep on that high crotch.
So getting a look at it now, had to pull it up in the replays. Very close. This is going to be tight. It'll either be 3-0 on a failed challenge. It could go 2 Sinclair, 1 Barr.
Or just 2 Barr.
Yeah, right. They didn't finish.
So Barr did not expose. So the takedown confirmed, an extra point on the board for Barr for loss of challenge. Sinclair back on the attack, same leg. Not quite as deep this time. Barr's gonna be able to go crotch lock.
And a 5-point lead for Barr. We're still in the first, but he's got to like the way he came out of those scrambles. Those are classic Aiden Sinclair scrambles, or where you would think he'd feel more comfortable, but Barr, to his credit, got those points. And knock on wood, that head wrap hasn't come out yet, so that's a big plus.
Sinclair trying to go back to that right leg of Barr. This time Barr able to head block and avoid having to even counter. Although each time Aiden's gone to that leg this match, Barr's been able to turn into his points.
Hey, good news, these guys aren't going to Jordan.
It just changed?
No, they're going to Pontevedra, where it's always been, in Spain.
Ah,
We're thinking of U17s.
U17s are in Jordan.
Yeah, David Bray gave us the heads up.
Shout out to our man David Bray.
Shout out to Big Maine, David Bray. So final half of a match. U20's coming up. Pontevedra, very lovely place, northwest Spain. Think about making a vacation trip if you have any inclination. Highly recommended. Three minutes left. 5-0 lead from Barr. Can he finish things off? Put another Nittany Lion on the world team. Lillidahl made it. He's a future Nittany Lion. PJ Duke, Zach Ryder, Mirasola. We're going half Lions.
Re-attack, and now from Barr, arm drag for Sinclair, but Barr able to get that right arm up.
almost a re-attack, but the long wingspan of Barr kept Mirasola from scoring. So Half mentioned it, didn't finish the sentence, but Sinclair, wow, as Barr is going to get points there. One step point on the step out. It was all Sinclair at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And then it was 2 tight matches, and now it's all Barr. So pendulum swinging back and forth between these two. Sinclair headed to Missouri. We'll see if they continue their rivalry in college. This match isn't over yet, though. 1 minute, 40 seconds and counting.
Nice double. Sinclair switches off to one leg. He had two. I'm not sure why he switched off to one there. And now it's Barr in on the legs.
Yeah, Barr wrestling the perfect match so far. And now Sinclair's in trouble. 2 more.
And there's the difference. Barr able to finish his shots. Sinclair has not been able to finish his shots this match. He's been able to get in.
Right. But after that first scramble, it was like, oh, Barr got the better of Mirasola, of Sinclair in the scramble, and then he's won really every other exchange, or at least gotten a stalemate at worst. Under a minute, and Sinclair trying to get a chest wrap. He's going for it, and that'll be it. Josh Barr is relieved. He gets to let his eye heal a little bit, take a little break, and then back on it, and headed to Spain with the rest of his U20 World Team members.
Which is now completely set. So this match...